it is. I found a timer. I'll do this timer.
Say hi to the people.
Hello, people. Hi, party people.
Nope.
What? Did I say peeper?
You didn't say the word at all.
I didn't say that word. Hold on. I need to add 15 minutes to the clock. Boom! Hey, party people. Put your hands in the air. Hey, party people. I'm waving like I just don't care. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Should I hold on? Should I zip up the jacket? What do you think? Should I zip up?
I think it looks good.
It looks okay.
I think so.
I got 3 layers on, people. Cause it fall.
Why does this say upcoming? It's not upcoming. It's live now.
It's live now. Is there anyone watching us live?
No, because when they go to it, it says upcoming.
It just says upcoming. This is the problem. I see what you're saying.
It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
People see it and they don't.
Can you fix this problem?
They don't click on it.
Fix this problem for me. I'm gonna be on my phone while you do.
I wish I knew how.
Let me see. I bet you Ellie knows how.
I bet he does.
Hey, 242. Only 1 like. 2 comments. 1's mine. For our last video. What do you think? Pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
Does vidIQ like what I said? Let's see if vidIQ likes.
It does not.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Fine then. Whatever. I mean, who needs it?
Yeah, it's true.
I do. Hey, are we doing 2 podcasts tonight, Chris?
Who cares?
That's the spirit. Are we live now?
Yep. I mean, we've been live, but
I know, but I mean, does it show that we're live?
No, I mean, it still says upcoming. It's
so frustrating.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
There's no reason to really say anything until we have another person come.
I don't know if that's true. Because look, this is like what they see.
So what is it? Why?
Yeah.
But if they hit it,
yeah,
it'll show us.
Yes.
What time do you have it for?
There's no time. It just whenever I hit.
Right there. What was that? Scheduled 9:33.
20 minutes ago. Today's the 7th?
Today's the 7th, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
What if you do it for yesterday? Would that
No, you can't.
Go back in time?
You can't.
What if we make it before the election and then we can change the election? We can make the other 40% of people that didn't vote.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this is so frustrating. Anyone subscribers, live reactions. Okay, well, then this is going to be what it is then. Because it's not going to...
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Visibility public. It's going, so. All right, that's what it is.
Anybody here? Anybody at all?
No, of course not. Because it says upcoming. So let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Here we go. We got another person. There, and welcome. Thank you, guys. All right, ready?
Here we go.
Here we go. Me, la, fa. And welcome to the show. It's 2 guys, 2 things. This is the podcast that will save America. Wait, isn't there one already? Pod Save America?
Pod Save America.
That was already taken. Are they in a pod?
They're not in a pod.
When I first heard that, I didn't really know what podcasts were. Because that's an old podcast.
I mean, it's been around for a little bit.
It's been around for before podcasts were like a thing, right?
No, not that long.
I think so. I think at least in like the early 50s. And I thought it was about they were like in a pod, like in a submersible.
Yeah.
Trying to find the Titanic.
It's a weird. It says live now.
But can you see that? When the pod saves America?
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I do understand, but I wouldn't have thought that because I still understood that it was a podcast.
I didn't know what podcasts were. It's just radio, right?
It's just radio.
Just another way to say radio.
It's 100% of if you look in like thesaurus and you look up podcasts, another word it'll bring down is
radio.
Radio.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Anyway, but no, we are the show. We take 2 semi-trending topics and we discuss them each for 15 minutes, and then we bury each other in sand.
Cool.
Have you ever been buried in sand?
Yeah. Like for fun, on the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
like as a kid or as an adult?
No, as a kid. Not like completely under.
Like how much?
I mean, to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, but
I'm too afraid.
I mean, the key is you don't, dig it deep enough. You're not standing up. You're just laying down, so you can just get up.
Standing. That'd be really deep.
Yeah. So you just get up. No big deal.
Still, it freaks me out.
I get it.
There's like crabs in the sand.
I mean, not in the dry sand.
Ugh.
Just do it in the dry sand.
You know, the jellyfish in there. You know, I read a
Nope.
story.
There's not.
I read a story. I think it was it in Australia?
Mm-hmm.
They found these giant balls, these black balls,
Okay.
and they stunk really bad.
Okay.
And I thought maybe this could be story worthy, but it wasn't enough.
Okay.
But it turned out it was a mixture of human feces with methamphetamines
Oh.
and trash.
And it all just kind of congealed together?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And
So it's good to know that poop, it what am I looking for?
I don't know.
Poop.
Hold on, look at my thesaurus.
No, what's the opposite of repels?
Depels.
Yep, it invites.
Okay.
Poop invites drugs.
It invites drugs.
Yeah.
Well, it cleans your system.
Sure.
It came all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I want to know, like, was there like a giant party,
right,
on the yacht,
right,
or some sort of?
Everyone's pooping, throwing up, doing drugs.
It's all the rock stars.
And it all just congealed.
But anyway, I was like, what is
That's
this?
gross.
That's gross.
We're gonna lose some people.
That's fine.
That's okay.
There's no one to lose.
No,
Chris.
no, there's not. There's
No
not.
one to lose.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
But anyway, for us to decide who gets to tell their 15-minute story first, we have to make a bet of something that's going on in the news.
Yeah. To my dismay.
There was some big things that happened this week, I think. What I see. There was like a haircut.
This is why we don't like the bets, because we could just do the bet and move on, but like it takes so long to get.
I'm trying to make a joke like there's other important things besides an election that happened.
I get that.
That's what I'm trying.
But obviously, we're not talking about that.
But I mean, there was an election, but we didn't want to make a bet on that because we're superstitious.
We're very superstitious, yeah. And then there's no way one of us would have voted against what we wanted, or we could have been reverse jinx and voted for who we bet on who we.
Well, and here's one thing too. I would say this: the angry young white man.
Uh-huh.
We're too old. We're for that.
No, we are.
We're too old to be in that category.
No, that's not us.
So
that's not us for sure.
Sorry, angry young white men, if you're listening.
Yeah, and sometimes
we're too old.
Sometimes we get those angry young white men commenting on our shorts.
They've had it so bad for so long.
And it is the tables are turned and they don't like it. Oh man,
I tell you,
they don't like it.
Regardless, no, we decided we were talking about Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce,
it's a good one, yes.
That's more important, I think, than the election.
It's not about importance.
I bet you more people know that story than voted.
Well, a lot of people voted. I don't know about that.
But no, because Jason Kelce this year he's doing color commentating, right?
For football,
like on paint. Oh, for football.
Just get through it. Just say it.
For football.
Just say it.
He's not like picking paint for like homes.
No.
Oh man, no. I missed that one.
So the bet's off.
I missed that one. No, but so he's doing college games as well as NFL games.
Yes.
As well as podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the ocean.
No.
And bigger than ever. Honestly, I think the Kelce brothers.
Oh, they're huge names.
Right.
There it goes.
But we had this, but we thought that maybe like, I don't know. They're so big that people are wanting to talk to them and mess with them. And so even Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. So we just thought there's going to be some sort of issue that's going to happen.
Yeah. Once he started going to college campuses and NFL
that's where a lot of young, angry white boys
yes,
go.
and they proved themselves this week. So I said, okay, he's gonna hit all these college campuses. People are going to decide to get in his face, say slurs, but he is going to slam their phone on the ground, break it, and walk into the stadium. That he's going to get so mad at them.
Bold move.
He's going to grab the phone from the hand, slam it.
I know, and I was like, that seems out of character for him.
It does seem.
Turns out you were right.
Yeah.
Turns out you were right.
I figured that's something that happens.
Yeah, and I did think it involved a phone.
Yes.
But I thought he was going to start his own cell phone program.
Yeah, see, and again, I thought that was weird because it didn't really have anything to do with being on TV and talking about football.
But so when the kid when Kelce grabbed the phone, that this must be the deal. This is the deal. This was like an in. It was like, that's gonna be a clever way for him to start becoming like an ad for phone.
So you're saying you did know he was gonna grab the phone then?
Oh, I knew that. I thought it was a plant.
So you still didn't make the bet?
I thought no. I said but it's gonna be. He's gonna start his own like Ryan Reynolds does Mint.
Sure. He sold it though for like $1 billion. So.
Okay, well, I thought Kelce was going to get involved in that. I was wrong. You were right. Once again, Chris, 50 minutes on the clock. What is your story?
All right. So we're going to talk about a family trip. Family trip. A woman is kind of getting a lot of hubbub online because she's had an issue with the family trip.
I like that word, by the way.
Yeah, it's not a bad word. Not a bad word.
Hubbub's good.
So she shared that her and her boyfriend of 3 years, they've been going out for 3 years, were uninvited to a family trip. And she's trying to get some information, like what people think about it. So,
okay.
So she's 28, her boyfriend's 30, and she spent over 8 months thinking she was going on this family trip. She said that her mom traveled across seas to where their family's from with their sister last summer, and she came back and said we should do a whole family thing. So last summer, her sister and her boyfriend went on this family trip.
Are they from like Ohio?
Yeah, from Ohio. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere in Europe, but her sister and her mom went on this trip because her sister's boyfriend is also from whatever country in Europe that her family's from. And then so her sister and her boyfriend went on a trip and they invited her mom and said, let's come. And so they came back and her mom said, let's do a whole family trip to whatever. I don't know why I didn't name the country. It just says country of origin. Fucking weird, dude. So stupid. So the mom came back and says, let's go on this trip, but all our family. And the girlfriend says, okay, can their boyfriends come? So the lady who's writing this, her boyfriend, her cousin, and her cousin's boyfriend, they're all invited. Okay. So asked if her
okay, it's really quick. So who went on the trip first?
The mom and the sister.
Okay.
Went on this trip, and they liked it so much they wanted to bring the entire family.
Got it.
So the aunts, uncles, sisters, all gone.
It's a family affair.
Yeah. So they've been planning for 8 months. When she asked, like, my partner come, said yes. So and the mom even talked about it in front of both of them. So it wasn't like a secret. It was just known, like, yeah, we're all going, and I'm bringing my boyfriend of 3 years. So said spent months saving for the trip, even found someone to watch their dog when they were gone. But just 2 weeks ago, she says everything changed when the woman who's writing this received an email from her aunt. And because the aunt's going on the trip.
Yeah, the whole family.
Yes. Yeah. Saying the invitation was not being extended to either my partner or my cousin's partner. This is what the aunt writes. And so the woman's like, well, wait a second. My mom is getting this trip together. Mm-hmm. So that's what she said. Like, she's like, I'm confused because my mom got it together. We had talked about this months ago. And then the aunt says, now that I'm involved, the old trip no longer exists. That's what the aunt comes back with.
Okay.
Right? So
she ain't a fun aunt.
Not a fun aunt.
She ain't no fun.
So, I mean, it sounds like, yes. It's so close. It sounds like...
What would that make her then if she's not a funt? I'm not sure.
She is a bunt.
She's a bunt, yes.
She's a bunt. So, okay, so already, I don't know why, it didn't say why the aunt took over this trip. Maybe the mom didn't want to deal with it. And all of a sudden she's changing it. So, I understand trip dynamics. So...
Well, who's paying for it, though? Was everyone paying for it?
It sounds like everyone's paying their own way.
Boyfriends, too.
The boyfriend and her have been saving up for it together because they're going to pay for their airline tickets and their hotels. Yeah. But then the aunt comes along and does this.
To country of origin.
To country of origin.
Right.
Whatever. You make up the country. Whatever that means. So a couple things. Initially, I can understand aunt wanting it family only, and since they're not married, you're not family, so you can't go on it. So that initial thought, I think, is fine, but that's not the deal that was set up.
Right.
So if you are the aunt and you really, really, really wanted it family vacation, do you chalk it up as a loss and just go, well, that's not what was already agreed on, so I just have to go with it? Or do you say something here if you're the aunt?
Well, I guess I'm just trying to wonder, why are we changing the plan if it's already paid for?
Right.
I can see money being an issue. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd be like, oh, geez, we can't really afford all this bill. Hey, can the boyfriends not come because we're just trying to maybe cut costs?
Right. If like the mom and the aunt's paying for it, sure.
Right. But if they're not, then I don't see that being a point.
Right. But I think only the aunt's only point really was like, no, this is a family trip and you're not married, you're not family. And that's what she wanted this trip to be. But it's really not her choice at that point. You know what I mean?
I mean, if she's in charge of the trip now, maybe she.
Well, okay. To your point, if in charge of the trip means I'm paying for the trip, then she kind of has a say. It's still a dick move to take back the invitation,
Right.
but you kind of have a say saying I'm paying for it. This is the trip I want. Take it or leave
Is
it.
there some bad blood between the aunt and the boyfriend?
No, it didn't say like it didn't seem like there's any problem. It seems like the aunt just doesn't want anyone not married to.
Is she like Mrs. Robinson to the boyfriend?
Yeah, right. That's
Is she
right.
trying to seduce him?
Well, to be fair, it doesn't sound like this aunt was not very seductive.
Well, she's a bunt. She's
She's a bunt.
Right.
So, but to be fair, it seems like the aunt also said that to her own daughter because it says her cousin can't bring her partner.
Oh.
Right. So it's not just like
Okay.
a problem with
Say, no favoritism. I
there's
like
no
that.
favoritism.
I like that.
It's not just this lady's boyfriend.
Go aunt.
Yes, kind of right because she still
Piss off everyone.
was a bunt and emailed and says no boyfriends, and then I'm like, bitch, you're not in charge of
Oh,
me,
you think that's what bunt means?
bitch aunt.
Bitch aunt.
Bunt.
It's not a bad aunt.
Yeah.
It's bitch aunt.
It's a bitch aunt.
It's bunt.
Yeah. So I obviously I'm not with the aunt, no matter what. Even if she's paying for it, the invitations were already sent out.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
It just seems awkward.
Very awkward, and it's very ballsy and I've seen it like with these type of people to like not give a shit, be like, I don't care, we're not going, and I can't do that confrontation. Even if I really didn't want this boyfriend to go, there's no way I would ever email this lady and tell her that.
Yeah,
I would
bold.
I would just go on the trip and say, oh, I wish he wasn't here. That's about as far as I would go.
Does it say how long of a trip it is?
No, it doesn't say how long it is, but
Okay.
it seems like it's like a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So they continued the exchange, the emails, and they said the tenor of my aunt's emails became angrier and angrier
Oh, no.
as she insisted that since he and I aren't currently married, partner doesn't count as family. But 3 years though, 3 years is a long time.
I wonder if she's like old school and like, you gotta be married to even live together.
Maybe
together.
that's the issue, right? So
That still exists, I think.
absolutely.
Like, you can't
Yeah,
live
you
together
can't do any of that
unless you're
stuff.
married.
Yeah. 3 years is a long time.
You can't share a Netflix account.
Yeah, that's marriage.
That's marriage.
Yeah, that's marriage. Or a really good friend.
Okay.
One or the other. I mean, it's special. It's a lot of money.
There are Netflix specials. That's true.
There are. And Netflix is also cracking down on this sharing accounts.
Oh, you're right.
Cracking down on it.
I think that's why they actually allowed gay marriage, was just for the Netflix. So people could
Oh,
get the Netflix.
yeah. It's like visit at the hospital, like when if someone dies, you get and then Netflix
For sure.
for sure. So this lady, being self-aware, she says, "I do get, at least intellectually, the desire for an immediate family trip back to our country of origin." That's what she says. Just say where you're from, dude. It's so weird.
Like what is like a country that's like really embarrassing? They don't want to admit that they're from.
Bosnia? I don't know. But it's weird. She just
Are they related
Yeah.
to like?
just say Ireland, dude. It's not hard to say.
No, are they to like a war criminal?
Yeah,
Is that like their
maybe that's what it
family?
is, like Nicaragua or something.
Yeah, like
Colombia,
Don't want to
and they have
say
connections to the cartel or something. So she's
Milosevic. in Bosnia,
right, yeah. She gets it, but I don't think you can invite somebody then disinvite them. That's just like that's,
great Uncle Hitler.
yeah,
We
yeah.
we want to go back to our country of origin.
I'm just gonna call it country of origin. I can't say Germany.
We're not
Yeah. So the rest of the family, meanwhile,
our chosen family.
yes, seems to think that this is okay due to the given importance of the trip to our immediate family and the fact that my aunt and uncle have both worked incredibly hard and always been incredibly generous with my mom and siblings and me, helping us through a lot of financial difficulty. So it sounds like maybe the aunt's paying for this.
Okay,
Is
all
that-
right.
It still doesn't give her that right though. So I think gives her more of a right because she feels more onus of this trip now. And if she's saying, I'm paying for everybody, it's my trip, I just want family. Now is she allowed to be in charge?
So I guess my thing now would be like, let's say this girl, this 28, 30-year-old, him or who was
She's
she?
28. She's 28. boyfriend.
If she ends up getting married to this guy,
Hi, Debbie. Yeah.
if they do get married,
Yeah.
then it's like, yeah, I remember that time that I need to go on that trip,
mhm.
which is also my country of origin.
Yep. It's very weird.
We were both Nazis. But like, man, that really hurt me at the time. And I
Right.
mean, like, it's gonna be awkward for the aunt at
It's gonna
that
be.
point if they do get married.
I bet not for the aunt. I bet
Oh,
she's gonna
really?
be like, well, yeah, you
Fair
were
is
married.
fair.
You were married then.
Yeah.
And that's
Sure.
the thing though. It's like being okay. Now the way she wrote it, let's assume she is paying for this. It sounds like
Okay.
helped her out financially. It just seems like she's taking over the trip,
Got it.
and I understand that makes her feel, gives her more onus of this trip. But like, so I feel like you can disinvite people because you're paying for it. I think you can, but but you shouldn't. And the
No.
balls to actually do it is a whole different story.
No, I think
that
if,
shows
if
so
the
much of how
invitations
she
are
is.
already out, it was like,
Yes.
hey, it's already out.
Yes.
Hey, you could always say, hey, would you mind helping out though financially for your end a little bit? Since
Yeah, right.
You're not family. Would you mind helping
Yeah.
out? Because I mean, this reminds me then of that mom that charges for the play dates.
Right.
And it's like,
And if you would have told me before,
Right,
you
I
didn't tell
might
me
not have-
anything, and my kid went to go play, and now you're telling me you owe me, I owe
Right.
you money.
Right,
No
right,
good.
yeah. So I think once an invitation's out, it does feel
Right, and that's what I think this aunt almost doesn't care because it seems like they're well off, so the money part isn't even an issue.
okay.
And that's what it's seeming like. It really seems
Well, because
like
I think they stole all the. Because didn't the Nazis steal
well
all
paintings
the
and
paintings?
yeah for all
It's family heirlooms now. At this
yeah
point.
they raided
Right.
it.
Yeah. Sure.
So-
So the aunt, the bunt.
The bunt,
Yeah.
yeah, the bitch ant. I think that's where it comes into play though. It's like being able to versus should you, and I think she's able to, but like also like you live in a society, you probably shouldn't.
Well, really quick, your aunt Karen, is she more of a bunt or a funt?
She's definitely a fun.
She's a funt.
Yeah,
Go Karen.
yeah, she's 100%. She wouldn't give a shit. She's a more the merrier type of aunt. So, so commenters have weighed in obviously on the situation.
Wait, who?
Commenters, not commoners.
I heard commoners.
Peasants have weighed in. So commenters have weighed in, arguing
With pitchforks and
yeah. So she's saying one side saying being extremely disrespectful to both you and your partner,
Sure.
especially after the initially invited, and
Sure.
that's the key, right? Initially invited.
Yeah.
And if they're going to
Yeah.
act like this, they shouldn't expect any financial contributions from you. So saying if you want this, don't ask me for nothing. You're paying for this. So she's saying that's a little spiteful. It's a little spiteful. Another says the aunt reeks of entitlement. I don't know, but here's the thing. I don't think it's about entitlement though.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's about I'm doing this, and if I'm paying for this, I want it to be just family. Period.
Okay. So now let's say that you're the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're the boyfriend and now you're invited initially, now you're like hearing like, oh, maybe
Do I
just
even wanna
family. Me as a boyfriend, being a good boyfriend, I'd be like, hey,
I'll step out
whatever,
for sure.
Like, I don't want to cause any conflict.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? I want to know, does the boyfriend like, no,
Well,
I was invited. I'm coming to this party.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
It's my country of origin too.
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with
country
you.
that will not be named.
For some reason. My bad.
Mm.
So I'm with you, but I would handle it differently. So if I'm the boyfriend at this point, I kind of am stepping back,
Right.
but in a less nice way than you. Instead of like, hey, I see that it's causing some rifts. There's no problem if I don't go. That's the right way to handle it. I take the route of I'm not going to go somewhere I'm not invited. Be like, I'm not going. Like if this lady doesn't like me, then fine. I don't like her either, and I'm not going. Not because I'm being polite, but because fuck her. That would be my take on it.
Oh, so you would say funter?
Yeah, I would say fun her, and I wouldn't care that it's causing rifts so much as, which I should, as so much as I care that she's being a dick about it, and I don't want to be somewhere I'm not invited. Because even if he does go, now imagine him going, it's going to be awkward the whole time.
The whole time.
But also, but they save for it, so they can probably afford the plane tickets there and the hotels and stuff. So it seems like they've been saving for it. And the aunt came in, swooped in, and offered to pay for everything. But would you even want to go because knowing how awkward and weird it would be, or you're just like, it's only her that's weird. Everyone else likes me, and we can have a good time.
We don't know the family dynamics.
Yes, I wouldn't want to feel weird. And it's selfish. I should be thinking of my girlfriend of 3 years. I don't want her to feel awkward, but I would feel like I don't want to feel weird and be like, I would love to go on this trip, but like I don't want to be around this. That's kind of the direction I would go. So the same outcome, but different beginnings.
I guess maybe the aunt also needs to know like how serious are you guys?
3 years.
I didn't know. Hey, we did a story last week about people together for 3 years, and then she moved from LA to Texas,
and then
he dumped her. So I mean, what's 3 years?
No, there it is.
Oh.
My flight's about to take off.
Is that your flight?
It's my flight.
Very loud.
Yeah, no. What is 3 years? Ultimately, I get it, but it's serious enough, and
I don't want to pay for a guy that ain't gonna be part of the family though for later on.
But that's what gets me so mad. It's like, bitch, you didn't have to pay for it. We were saving for this.
Yeah.
You came in and offered, and if you're offering, you can't then also take away the invitation. You don't have to offer. Like, we were gonna go either way. So that's it's a bulldoze move, and I guess it feels like every family has like a person or two like that just like feels like they can run shit.
I just think like the next family gathering is going to be kind of awkward anyway.
Very awkward. It's going to be very awkward.
So has the trip happened yet?
No, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they were still planning, and she's trying to figure out. That's why she's writing, trying to figure out how do I handle this.
So do we know where she's going? She doesn't quite know yet where she's going.
I know how she wants to go. No. She's asking, what should I do? Would you go? If you're the girl,
if you could afford it,
again,
I would say you go on a separate flight, same time.
Yeah, so you can all be there still, because it's supposed to be a family thing. That's
yeah.
The daughter still wants to be there with her mom, her sister, and fuck my aunt. But like that's so at least she still wants to be there with family. So I feel like at least you go if you're her.
I would maybe find out everywhere they're gonna go, like get their itinerary and be there first.
Yeah, absolutely. And like,
and like, oh,
as they're coming in, you're walking out.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna love this and spoil it.
It's really good. Wait till you see this part.
Oh, yeah, spoil it for
Ask for Antonio here.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah.
And, just obviously,
Yeah, I understand her wanting to
play that game
family.
the whole time.
Yeah. You're gonna love it. I understand her wanting to experience a family trip.
Or even better, what if you like? You got there before them, and you're like, "Oh, hey, your dinner's paid for. Anything you want,
right?
It's already paid for. They got it. Oh, hey, guess what? I already paid for the tickets for
just
this
come in.
tour. I got it. Don't worry.
So make it more awkward for the trip,
and just be like, yeah, look, we're doing nice things for you.
So fuck you. I would almost. I understand. If I'm the boyfriend, I probably wouldn't go. But if I'm the daughter, the lady who's writing this, I would really, really consider not going, even though I would really want to. But if my aunt is going, I'd be like, it's not worth it to feel weird that whole time. It's fucked up to her mom and her sister who probably want to spend the time with her.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you didn't answer though. If you're her, would you go? If you're the lady,
I did. I said I would go, but I would do it. Like,
no, I know, but I've been a real answer. But would you go?
I mean, yeah, I probably would go.
Okay, but if you're the boyfriend, would you go?
No, I'd probably be like, hey, it's too much.
I think the boyfriend, I would step out. Maybe the daughter, I would still go.
It's unfortunate, but hey, I mean, it's family's family.
Family's family, but I think
Whatever.
You're right. I would try to make it. I would throw some jabs in there at my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
I would go and then.
I would probably just like disconnect your brakes.
Oh sure. Burn her car, or just.
And then I think
that's
the brakes
too far.
is fine.
That's too far.
Fine.
Or bed bugs in her bed in the hotel when she's traveling.
Where do you get bed bugs from?
Yeah, I don't know. Put them in a jar, bring them with you.
You collect them somewhere? Where do
Yeah,
you
actually,
Can you buy them?
New York. You can buy them from New York.
You probably could.
Yeah.
Probably could. Okay. Very good. Our cities are going to hell. So that's okay.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, that's why the election turned out how it did.
That's right. All right. 50 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Here's my story. I'm going to take us to Maine.
I like Maine.
Okay.
I like Maine.
Have you been to Maine?
I've been to Maine.
Have you been to the coastline?
Yeah, I drove through. I went to a wedding there.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And that was near the coast?
Yeah, actually, the place we were staying, that was on the ocean.
Was Stephen King there?
He wasn't. He left.
Wasn't
He left the day before.
He left. Okay.
But it was nice. It was really pretty.
I heard it's pretty.
Yeah.
And also really hard to buy that property.
I think you would. I bet. I think you would dig it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So this is Newry, Maine. I have no idea where that is. But
No.
I mean, Maine has like no population, so it's fine.
It's all the same. It's like, I think 3 miles in width.
Okay. Thanks, Rhode Island? Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of Rhode Island.
Maybe. But it's an annual event that involves dirt, beer,
Nope.
and cash. And it drew dozens of eager competitors came to the ski resort in Maine. Oh, so probably not by the ocean if it's a ski resort.
Probably not.
Probably not. It's probably more
I didn't know you
inland.
could ski in Maine, but I mean, it's north. It probably gets cold.
So more than 30 couples
What mountain range in Maine?
competed
Did
in
the Catskills go up that high?
I don't know.
You're from the Northeast.
I mean, sort of.
Okay.
I don't know. It
Okay.
could be.
Okay, go.
Let's
Sorry,
go,
I
yes.
apologize.
Mount Washington's in New Hampshire. That's one of the coldest places in the world.
Okay.
So, whatever.
All right.
But more than 30 couples competed in the North American Wife Carrying Championship, which is a 278-yard race during which contestants
That's so specific. 278 yards.
splash through water, leap over logs, and trudge through mud, all while carrying their partner like a sack of potatoes.
So a little bit sexist. So a little bit.
It's a wife carrying
a little bit of gender role.
So it's like Tough Mudders.
Tough Mudders, yeah.
This is like a Tough Mudder with your wife on your back.
Yeah, I got it. Because we're real men.
Yeah.
We carry wives. Not only across the threshold, through mud. And we drink beer. That kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So, I mean,
they make races out of everything now, though, dude. It's like fucking, Jesus Christ. Okay. It's so stupid.
So it says the sport's origin story isn't exactly politically correct.
Yeah. Well, sure.
It's based on a 19th century Finnish legend, which involves a man named, he went by Ronikin the Robber.
Listen, before we go on, man, oh man, the only reason I want to live back in the 19th, 18th century, because those names were a killer. They gave awesome names to everybody. You're not just
did they though?
They did.
No, I don't think they did. I think
Ronikin the Robber.
No, that's great because historically he probably was cool. But for every Ronikin the Robber, there's like Frank the Farter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those don't live through history.
Hepatitis Hank.
Those don't last.
You're right. Because they did give the nicknames to everybody, good or bad. So if you were just like kind of a weirdo that was balding with acne, you're probably not getting a good nickname unless you did something cool.
Right.
You have to like change that by doing something cool.
Right.
So yeah, you're probably right. For every
blowjobs for Bulgur Bob.
Yeah. For every cool name, there was 10 that were just horrible. Probably right.
Right. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more of a reaction on my blowjobs for Bulgur, but that's okay. That's fine.
Bulgur?
Wheat. It's like a grain.
Oh,
Bulgur.
See, that's where you lost
went over your head. That's okay.
It went over my head.
And his too. So that's fine.
Got it.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, but it's based on this legend of a man named Ronikin the Robber, whose gang they to get into his gang. I read something like they would they go and have to carry pigs.
Okay.
Steal pigs from people and carry it on their backs and this was like
old times were bananas. Dude.
They were
just bananas. They would just do weird. I guess when you don't have TV, you got to make up shit to do.
This is what you do. But they would pillage villages.
Cool.
To get into this gang, you'd have to steal pigs, and sometimes when they pillage the village, they go and they would carry away the women.
That's a T-shirt. Pillage the village.
Pillage the village.
I love it. And then
come January 6th, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, no, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, so
but they'd carry away the women.
Okay, so they would go in for pigs sometimes, but then also sometimes they're carrying away women.
Yeah, when they pillage it, they would take a woman. And
it's awesome that we kept this going.
And this is what
and it's a race in Maine. What does that have to do with it? What does Maine have to do with anything?
I don't know why Maine has adopted it because this started back in '92, I think in Finland, in some sort of country of origin.
Right, got it. You're not going to get that unless you hear the first story.
To be named later.
Yeah.
It's like one of those baseball trades.
Yeah, right.
Cash
and a player
to be named later.
A
country to be named later.
We'll figure it out.
But it started out, they resurrected it in Finland, which makes more sense because he's a Finnish.
Oh, of course.
But then for some reason, Maine.
At one point, they had a high Finnish population at one point.
It could be. It's a mountain range. Maybe they're thinking, this reminds.
It just, either way, it's just a weird thing to keep going. To be you know what tradition we want?
Yeah, of all the things.
When this gang used to pillage villages and take women from them, that seems like a cool thing. Let's do that. Let's make a race out of it. That seems very weird. To that, you're going to choose that. I bet Finland had some cool stuff going on, and you chose this.
I
don't like that.
I don't know. Maybe it speaks to the core of who we are.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. But traditionally. The Finnish event, when they do it in Finland, it features male competitors carrying a woman.
Yep.
But here, the couples, they didn't have to be married.
Oh, got it.
Nor did they have to be a man and a woman. All against the battle cry of the bunt. The ant was not happy about it. The ant was like, I'm not going to come to this race. I'm not going to pay for this race. Married.
That's funny. So it's turned into just carry somebody towards this race?
Right.
Then and now if that's true, which good, right? You can
a little better.
Pick whoever. So you just get the biggest person you know and the smallest person you know. And then
Yeah.
But the good thing, so now, then don't talk about it. Have those origins. Just like this is a fun race where you can just carry your friend through mud and shit. Don't talk about. It used to be about gangs like pillaging and I'm assuming raping women and
Good assumption.
and then stealing them from a village. Just don't have any association with it. Just have a fun race where you're throwing your friend over your shoulder. You know, it doesn't have to connect.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, the first person that won this in Finland was named Trump. Does that mean anything?
No, I don't see the connection.
Doesn't matter.
He couldn't carry shit.
Well, no, I said Trump.
He's weak.
I don't know what you're talking about.
you're
Are you talking
No,
about?
no one in particular.
So one contestant, who happened to be the carrier, was dressed as Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, now we're getting way far from that finish thing. Okay.
I kind of like this.
I dig it. I dig that.
While his wife,
Some lady,
I don't know,
possibly,
was dressed entirely in pink.
Be Mrs. Incredible. What are you talking about?
It seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Jeez,
It's set up for you, and you don't take it.
You'd be Elastigirl. Come on.
I know. They and others, they were cheered on heartily by crowds on both sides of the course at the river ski resort. They were able to manage to navigate the grassy hillside. Few stumbled in the mud.
That makes sense.
Their female partners jumping off before they regrouped and kept going.
Okay, so jumping off, but you got to get back on the shoulder.
You gotta get back on.
Okay, so
If you fall off the horse, you get back on the
okay,
horse.
so maybe it's not so much jumping off, but falling off the shoulder.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can't just like once you fall, they can both just run.
No,
Okay.
'cause it's a wife carrying contest.
Got it. And by
Wife.
the way, even in Finland, it wasn't their wives. Why is it called?
Well, I mean, when they made
that was
it
also
back
some lady.
in '92,
It was a wife.
It was a wife, but no, initially
Then why is that even connected to this horrible thing that happened?
from
in
the
Finland?
robber, no, it wasn't a wife.
Yeah.
It was gonna become his wife.
Then, so they're really stretching for that connection. It wasn't.
Some traditions are good. This is a good tradition that needs to live on.
Right. Okay.
Yo, let me tell you how I met your mother.
Yeah. Right. That's the last episode of that show.
Was it?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
When I went to pillage that village.
Yeah, I pillaged her village. Yeah, that's
I
not
saw
what you
this
think it
beautiful.
means. I grabbed her, threw her over
Against
my
her
shoulder.
will.
Yeah,
And said, "I alone can protect women, whether they want it or not."
yeah, and that's the thing. That was the surprise of How I Met Your Mother at the end, because the whole series of 9 seasons, he
Yeah.
talked about all these ladies he met,
Yeah.
interwoven, and all of a sudden it was just some random lady he stole from a village.
Turned out he was a barbarian. The whole time.
Yeah, and that lady wasn't even in the show at all.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so you thought it was going to be Robin. Nope, it was just some random lady that he
Don't
stole.
spoil. I've never seen the show.
Well,
I was
told you.
about to watch it tonight.
Ah.
And now I can't.
Well, end of it, he pillaged the village.
But does he meet? Do we get to meet the mother?
Yeah, no, we see her.
Okay, because that would be horrible if you never do.
How
How I Met Your Mother never did.
If you wrote that
You were adopted.
show,
You were adopted.
that would have been the ending for you. Would have wrote.
I would have said, yeah, I was adopted.
9 seasons, we're taking her through a journey. Like, nope, you never see her. That you definitely would have.
I thought that was my mother this whole time. It was never my mother.
You don't even have a mother.
Oh my god! I think that's a better show.
Yeah, you didn't have a mother.
So most of the participants, so they use a technique in which the wife is carried like a backpack,
There's techniques. That's
upside down. Okay.
So the legs
Like a
here,
backpack, yeah.
legs here.
Yep.
And you're grabbing him, and I get that.
Correct. Which
So
ensures
you get to sniff his butt the whole time.
Okay. You know anything about that? But yeah. I mean, what's the problem with that?
It's
You got a problem with
a backward 69.
that? It's kind of pointless.
Kinda.
It doesn't really do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're not doing it right.
I guess you can make it work, but
Like, what are we doing wrong? I don't know why.
it's not working.
It's working for you?
I'm not seeing anything. Just your legs. It's weird.
Still kind of turned on, though.
Yeah, that works.
Good thing I'm wearing this Mr. Incredible suit.
Weird you didn't dress up as Mrs. Incredible.
I know, you're on pink.
A weird choice.
But by doing this, it ensures the runner's arms are free for the greatest agility.
Wait. Okay, and I understand that, but that means that lady has some leg strength because
That sounds painful.
because she's bending her legs
That sounds
and
painful.
pressing them
Yeah.
against the chest. Then
And like you're just like you're back.
yeah,
You're being twisted
doing
around.
that. And so she has to have strong legs so he can run. Because I thought he was holding the legs and
Yeah.
running like a backpack,
Right. Yeah.
but she's just doing it on her own.
well, I know he can hold.
I know, but you're saying free the arms.
I don't know because the picture I saw, they're holding.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
Okay.
But if it's the other way, you might be like, you can't even move a leaf.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But in Finland, when they do it, I don't know if they do it here in Maine. You have to the wife has to weigh at least 108 pounds.
Which makes sense.
You can't. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Your wife can't be. You can't have your wife in this case be like someone's baby.
See, okay. So now I would think
8-pound baby. Like, man, that guy's cruising.
They got weight. They should have weight classes.
So this is the thing. If you don't weigh 108, you got to put on rucksacks.
Okay, fine.
To
but I'm talking about at least 108. But then what about the one that's 200?
I know.
Do weight classes.
Well, but then you got to have a bigger husband.
You'd want that. That's all strategy. Of course, you'd want that.
You have everything strategy.
But that's what, just like wrestling.
So look, I have a fantasy team that I chose for this. Team Pillage, and I picked the biggest dude that had the smallest wife differential.
You have to.
You know what I mean? I thought I would get more points that way.
You got to look. It's like war.
I came in 7th.
No, that differential is important though. But I will say next year, my fantasy team is going to be called Pillage the Village.
Pillage the Village. That's what I'm going to call it now. That's what I'm going to call foreplay.
Sure.
Yeah, you want me to?
It sounds like it.
Pillage the Village.
And as your wife leaves the house,
stay away from the village.
Please don't ever say that again.
She's gonna have like the rioters come. Like the village will have like fire.
Yeah. She called the cops on you.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't ever say pillage.
How dare you?
Don't ever call it pillage the village. I'm never gonna sleep with you again.
Okay. Well, can I at least help you with your bunt?
Right.
No. Okay. So the champion of this race, they get to leave with the weight of the wife in beer.
Oh, all right.
And 5 times the wife's weight in cash.
Whoa, that's nice. So that I like the incentive of like to get a little heavier wife is gonna be harder, but I get more at the end.
to get a heavier wife.
It's the incentive. The incentive.
Oh, the insensitive.
Yeah,
the insensitive.
I'm just saying. It will be harder to race, but if you win, the payout's way better.
Right. So right.
What would you do with like 120? Well, how many glasses is 120 pounds of beer? How much does 12 ounces weigh?
Don't.
I mean ounces.
It weighs 12 ounces.
I know, but what? And 16 ounces to a pound.
Yeah.
Okay. So so over 100 beers.
Yeah, no, it's probably.
Let's say 142 beers.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Sure.
And then like
so we're saying that
$600.
So what we're saying, and this actually works for I think our country right now, that the value of a woman can be measured
in beer,
and in cash.
Oh, especially cash. No. Well, the important
is that?
That's 100% what we're saying. That the importance of a woman is the same as the importance of beer.
Okay,
that's clear.
Okay,
didn't mean to rhyme there.
Dropping bars.
That makes sense, though.
Okay.
That they're equal. So next election, if we had a stein of beer at a podium running for president,
right?
Maybe then men will vote for it.
I doubt it.
No, right, because we just explained that it's equal to women. Beer is equal to women, so they wouldn't vote for it. Okay, got it.
So when they do this,
we can't talk about this.
And in Finland, when they do this, like people come from all over. This is like 47 countries are coming to compete.
Sounds fun, except for the wood it's attached to.
It does sound fun. I mean,
relative.
If could they do a reverse as well? Then
They should.
They should have both.
They should absolutely. They should.
That's my time on that, but
no, that makes sense though. They should have divisions.
Yes. No, I read something that
brothers and sisters.
Right, but what they had to do, and I can't find it out, but where they said they would weigh the wife after.
Oh.
So they would know how much beer to get.
Oh, I got it.
And I think they would weigh them against something else. But it just seems like a really demeaning. Like, okay,
you get weighed twice now. Yeah.
Now we got to weigh you.
Yeah.
Against beer to see how much you get.
It is kind of weird when you kind of step back from this, take away the fun aspect of like running through mud and getting beer and cash. That part of life is fun, but then you step back and actually speak out the steps of what's going on. Probably not good.
Also says a participant who drops their wife will be penalized 15 seconds.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So don't drop her.
Don't do that. Okay.
Anyway, but it's just good to see, some of these traditions
sticking around,
right? Don't you think?
I think it's great.
I think it's good.
I do love tradition. Tradition.
Yeah.
No, I'm all about tradition. Keep it going, no matter what. Just no matter what it is.
Would you and Jesse do this?
No, she would. For one, she would be like, she would laugh at me if I even suggested like running this race.
I think we should do it. I think we should.
You can carry me,
Nah. You would never be my wife.
but you don't have to be wives.
Nah, but yeah, you gotta still pretend to be a wife. I don't want you to know.
No, Jesse would not do it.
No, I think it'd be fun.
Of
What
course
if we
not.
did? But we have them we'd be the wives.
Then maybe more
Maybe do
in
it.
tune. Yeah.
We wouldn't win.
Or we should just do it like next time, like we like for our birthday, have a barbecue in the backyard, and we just do.
Hey, we got this Finnish tradition. We want to
husband wife race just around the backyard, and then you're present. Like,
hey, baby, we got a reverse 69 for this.
listen, I'm gonna run around. You're gonna be over my shoulders, and I'm gonna get as much beer as you weigh. How's that sound?
And maybe some cash.
Hopefully.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. When you say it all at once, that's a little weird.
It's really weird. Pretty cool though, right? Takeaways.
All right, takeaways. So traditions and country of origins. I mean, that's the through line.
Okay.
I say drop it all.
Like the wife?
It doesn't matter.
Just like drop the
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
You're gonna lose 15 seconds.
Stop caring about where you're from and stop caring about your traditions.
Okay.
It all just leads to heartache.
Oh.
Don't do it.
Okay. Wow. That's.
And if you have a bunt, kick her out of your family.
I'll tell you. So my takeaway is this: I think that the boyfriend in your story
Yes.
and the aunt,
Mm-hmm.
they need to do this competition.
Bring the closeness.
Right. So I think the aunt needs to ride on top of the boyfriend,
Makes sense.
and if they can compete in this
Yeah.
and win,
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend comes to the trip.
Okay, got it. No, I like
I mean?
that. Yeah, brings them closer together.
Brings us together.
Yeah,
Share experience.
and now like I'm gonna win my way into your heart, Aunt.
Right. And I would say this: if they do it, I think already right there, they're going to be so connected by the end that they probably would go.
Absolutely.
But if they win it, then Aunt pays for everything.
Even absolutely.
Aunt pays for it all.
Yeah, incentive. You got a little
with
fun.
all the money and beer that they made.
Yeah, you got. I like that. They should do that.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right.
I'm for it.
Thank you guys for joining us, Two Guys, Two Things. You can find more stuff on Two Guys, Two Things.
Mm-hmm.
I think, are we in Kmart?
In Kmart?
Yeah. We're
Well, no. I mean Mervin's.
Mervin's. Wine stocks?
Yeah. Wine stocks too.
Okay.
And so you can find us here at Two Guys Two Things on YouTube. We'll have clips of the full podcast and videos and stuff like that, or on TikTok at Two Guys Two Things. The twos are the number twos, and you can find us there too, as well.
But nicely said. Wow. No, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And
Follow us. Go Dodgers.
Go make some. Well, what other companies can you do where you can get paid in
Night,
beer?
Debbie.
And get paid in beer.
You can't, man. That's
Go find somewhere you get paid in beer.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time. It's amazing. Cheers. Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
anybody have a comment on that saying?
No, Debbie just said hi, guys.
Hi guys.